Welcome to Coach's Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami, George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. Guys, let's go to Spotlight. High school basketball. They're tearing up the nets. Things are heating up. Top scorers, boys basketball. Demetrius Herring of Summit Academy, 29. Braylon Littlejohn of Butler, 26. A game we did with North Allegheny was just fantastic off the bench. Ryan Lang of Knock, 25. Devin Carney of Butler, 24. Max Hurry of North Catholic, 23 and 20. Alexander Roth of Elwood City, 23. Joey DePiric of North Allegheny, 22. Andy Swarthout of Pine Richland, 20. We'll see Pine Richland on the 18th of this month when they come to Butler. We'll be there to televise that game. Dylan Gordon of Slippery Rock High School, 20. Joey Dudkowski of Pine Richland, 20. Joseph Roth of Elwood City, 20. And Dylan Gordon of Slippery Rock High School, he had another game of 20. For girls, Dacia Lewandowski of North Catholic, 27. Ava Soilis of Freeport, 26. Elena Rocco of North Catholic, 24. Olivia West of Seneca Valley, 23. We'll see Olivia West going against North Catholic, Lewandowski, in February the 12th. That's a Saturday afternoon game. We will be there to televise it. Catherine Kelly of Montauk, 22. Emma Johns of Karn City, 20. And in swimming, multiple event winners, 3 or more. Riley and Reagan Conley of Mars. Gideon Getler and Ben Borvendeg of Butler. And junior Lexi Sundgren of North Allegheny. Her times in the 200, 1 minute, 50.57 seconds, and in the 500, 5 minutes and 12 seconds. They are the best times in the state. How about that?
Pretty good.
We've talked about her a long time then, okay.
Yes. And in hockey, Brody Simcoe, Butler, he had 5 goals. College basketball, Slippery Rock University women off to a 10-3 start under Coach Bobby McGraw.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job. I just sent him a little text the other day congratulating him on that start. That's terrific.
And congratulations to Butler's Jake Cradle. He was named Pitt's MVP offensive lineman.
Yeah, and you interviewed him, Eddie, and it seemed like he's all in with Pitt. You know, that's what he's a Pitt guy. Can play
another year to go, and he's going to have his master's degree.
They have enough guys back. They have
the whole line's coming back.
Oh man!
They got the receiver from Akron.
Yeah.
The quarterback coming in from USC.
And the defense is loaded.
Let's go to our basketball power rankings in 6A North Hills, and a showdown coming up. They will be at Butler tonight to take on the Tornado. Number 2, Upper St. Clair. Number 3, Fox Chapel. Fox Chapel has a really good, this is like 2 years in a row they've been outstanding. Butler in at number 4, Central Catholic number 5. North Allegheny dropped out after back-to-back losses to Butler and North Hills. In 5A, it's Laurel Highlands, Newcastle, Morris, Penn Hills, and Highlands. In 4A, it's Bell Vernon, Quaker Valley, North Catholic, Lincoln Park, Montour. I'm hearing a lot about Quaker Valley.
Yeah, good team.
They're always good.
Yeah, they've been good for a long time.
And in 3A, Elwood City remains on top, followed by Seton LaSalle, South Allegheny, Laurel, and Washington. In 2A, it's Olsh, Carleton, Greensburg Central Catholic, Fort Cherry, and there's Karn City in there, 8-1. In 1A, it's Union of Newcastle, followed by Bishop Canavan, Leechburg, Aquinas Academy, and Monte Christian. And for the girls, in 6A, it's North Allegheny, Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair, Seneca Valley in there at 7-3, Norwin. In 5A, Sharp Valley, Moon, Trinity, McKeesport, and Mars. In 4A, Blackhawk, Highlands, Knock, Bell Vernon, and Elizabeth Forward. And in 3A, it's North Catholic, Avonworth, South Park, Freedom, and Laurel. In 2A, Neshannock, Sarah Catholic, Burgettstown, Apollo Ridge, and Seton LaSalle. And in 1A, it's Union at the top, 9-0. That's Union and Newcastle, followed by Clareton, Rochester. I don't know how I left them out last week. The defending champs made a mistake. Monessen in there at number 4. West Green at number 5. And also there we have 2 Unions, Union and Reimersburg in there at 6-1.
Yeah, how about Union shows up in boys and girls in this? That's interesting.
It's all in one building.
Isn't that
No,
something?
the whole place is in
One building.
One
Yes.
building.
Let's go to our stories of the week. The NFL, or the National Schizophrenic League. The Steelers 16, Baltimore 13 in overtime. Big Ben 30 of 44, 244 yards. A clutch TD in the fourth quarter to Claypool. Just an interesting game. The Ravens run for 249 yards. Latavius Murray ran for 150 on 16 carries. And I've said this before. You've heard me say it. I'm just baffled why these offensive coordinators, they get down to the red zone, they stop running the ball. They put it in the hands of Huntley, and he throws that end zone interception in the fourth
That was the
quarter.
worst
That was
pass.
a killer.
It was a blooper ball between three Steelers.
You guys, I've watched as much pro football as I have. That's the worst passing offense I've ever seen with Baltimore.
They've always been that way, though. So
Yeah.
that's not surprising. They run the football, and if you stop the run, playoffs, they tell you that. Baltimore's not successful in the playoffs with Jackson because
Run.
throws step up, stop the run, and all of a sudden, what can you do?
Right.
That's the way it works.
But the thing that baffles me, they're having Huntley taking these 7-step drops, and the pressure's coming. No quick out passes, no quick slants. He's just a sitting duck back there. But it's a win for the Steelers. T.J. Watt come up with another sack. He ties Michael Strahan all-time, 22 and a half. Next coming up, the playoffs, Steelers at Kansas City. They were there a month ago, lost 36-10. That's Sunday night. Chiefs by what, George? By
12 and a half.
12 and a half. Can the Steelers outscore them?
No, they can't win that way for sure.
How do you got to beat them?
It's got to be the other way.
Can you hold them to less than 20?
That's what they have to do, and it's hard to do. What can you, it's hard, but that's the only chance they have because their offense is, Steelers' offense is weak.
Watching the Chiefs last week, something they were getting pressure from Denver. So what did Mahomes do? They put in that speedster, forget his name, put him out
Hardman.
there. That stay pass, the quick one step, boom, it's out. It's like a
It's like a screen pass. That's all.
screen
it is.
pass.
Yeah.
But it takes the pressure off of Mahomes. He's not getting sacked. You can expect them to do that against the Steelers. Plus Mahomes is great at that hard slant.
Well, they're really good. I mean, what can you say? Kansas City's really good
And
offensively.
one kid's hurt, though.
Yeah.
The fast number 10's hurt.
Yeah, he's
I
coming
watched
back,
him
though.
lift
Tariq.
off.
He's coming back.
Yeah.
Three kids.
He's
He'll
coming
be ready.
back. Yeah, he's coming.
Here's a quick. Can the Steelers offensive line handle Jones on the inside?
They
He's
never
a
have.
load. He's
They'll
and,
get turnovers. They'll have to be, Pittsburgh have to be lucky to win this game.
and the Chiefs will bring the linebackers. You saw what Melvin Ingram did last week when he blitzed against the Denver.
But they get the ball. I don't think Pittsburgh
ball.
worries about the pressure because Roethlisberger throws the ball so fast. He
has no choice. He has to.
He gets rid of the ball. The thing that stood out to me as I'm watching, and I remember talking about this 4 months ago. People were asking, should you sign Watt? And I remember starting this show. I said, if they don't, they should fire everybody.
He has to sign him.
No, no, you didn't say that. I remember you said on this show, I don't know if I'd sign him with all that money.
No. What I said was,
But-
you're partially right.
Okay.
I said he has 2 more years to go in his current contract. There is no real hurry
Gotcha.
to do it. He can't go
But
anywhere
what I'm
for
saying,
2 years.
He's
But
gamer.
No, without him,
Yeah. Right.
they're Detroit Lions. With him,
Right.
they're a playoff team. That's
Right.
how devastating a player he is.
No, my only point was, and this is what you could agree or disagree here. I said, wait for the 2 years. You need to take some of that other money and get some offensive linemen in there. But they gave it all to him and didn't
But he
do
probably
that.
would have said, I'm not coming there.
But
I'm
see,
not
they're
signing.
10 million under, and they still didn't get a lineman.
I don't know. That's something not sure.
I don't understand.
But you know this, though, Eddie. If you watch, their lines got better. No,
It's-
their
it's-
lines
it's
better.
gotten-
They're
it's
not.
gotten
They're not
better.
top notch.
No.
but their lines got better.
Yeah,
They're able to run the ball a little bit.
They only rushed for 79 yards on 30 carries against the Chiefs. And Najee Harris, he might be the toughest running back in the league. He takes a beating. But on
Never
the field,
fumbled.
more stats.
Never fumbled all year.
Oh, don't say it.
But think about that.
I know. But he's taken such a beating. This kid, they can't keep playing him like this and expect him to have a very long career.
Well, they got Snell in there more last game.
Yeah, fine. They had no choice.
He's
They
got
had
a
no
little
choice.
burst.
They had to.
Hey, just looking at some history, Steeler playoff appearances over the last 10 years, they've made it 5 times, 3 wins. Last win was 2016 at Kansas City,
Yeah.
18-16. Remember, Kansas City threw the winning touchdown. They had the controversial hold call against their left tackle. Mike Tomlin's 8-8 playoff record. Andy Reid 17 playoff wins. He's tied for fourth with Joe Gibbs.
How many losses does he have? You know that?
Andy Reid?
Yeah, I wish I like to know
that. That I don't
I figure
know.
I'm figure he's kind of close to 500 too, because he's lost a lot of games too.
He was known for losing till he won the one.
Yeah, he did.
He was
Yeah.
known for getting there. And
He's
then
been to, 3 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
one with the Philly.
One with Philly
Two
and
with-
2 there.
How about this? Mahomes has never played a road playoff game.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a
Hey,
chance.
if you look at all-time playoff wins, of course, Belichick at the top. He's won 31, lost 11. Tom Landry at number 2 with 20. Shula, I thought Shula was higher. He has 19. Chuck Noll with 16. Bill Cowher with 12. And the winningest percentage all-time, Lombardi, 9-1. And a record that may never be broken, 9 straight playoff wins. You'd have to go 3 straight years without losing a playoff game to match that.
Yeah, that team has more Hall of Famers, I think, than anybody.
Green Bay.
No, that whole team. That's why you won. I'm talking about.
They were leaving
Yeah.
guys
I
out
know how
like
good
they.
Lombardi is.
Green Bay and the
They have so
Steelers
many
are almost
players.
nose to
Yeah,
nose.
they have
in
so
some
many
things.
players.
But I mean, they had so many guys didn't get in because they played for like guys like Jerry Kramer.
Yeah.
That should have
Took him
gone
40
right.
years.
Yes,
And
because
you know
the
what?
Steelers are
Something
close to
that Lombardi did back then was far ahead of everyone. He took the black players and played them more than anybody.
Yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did. If you're going to win.
Yeah.
That's just that's
Yeah.
that's what. Well,
He
that-
wasn't waiting.
It's still continuing on today.
Yeah.
With A.B. Brown, with Brown, he'll be back playing again next year.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to talent, NFL, they'll give you 48 chances.
All right,
Don't do something bad if you're no good.
give me a prediction on the game.
31-10.
I'll be about right there too.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'll be about
I'm
right
going
there,
to say
too.
27-13.
I'll be
Chiefs.
about his score, and I'm gonna hope that I'm completely wrong.
Well, around the NFL, the Raiders 35, the Chargers 32, overtime, a 47-yard field goal. The 4th time this year the Raiders won a game on the game-winning, ending field goal. Do you agree with the decision? Rich Bisaglia, the coach, he could have taken a knee. A tie is like a win. They're in the playoffs. A field goal is a little risky. You get it blocked. They return it for a touchdown. You lose. You're out. What do you think about his decision? I know you said something. He was going to take a knee until Staley took the
Yeah, that's what he
time
said.
out.
That's what the quarterback told Eckler.
What David Carr said.
Yeah.
Interesting there.
I've never been in a situation like that. And I don't know what I would do. I'm not kidding you, because the ultimate inside of you says you play to win.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know, you play to win.
but a tie is a win in that case.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and I never ever did that
Yeah.
occur, that a tie is a win. Because that could happen. You know, that easily could happen. A
block
block,
game,
and you go home and say, we just sat on the
if we
ball.
need
You know
we
what?
won.
Not only
Yeah.
that, he gets fired.
Man, that's so tough.
He
man.
gets now. He may keep his job.
It's one
now
of the
as
toughest
interim
decisions coaching I ever saw.
I think he did.
That's one of the toughest
I think
decisions.
he kept his job.
Now, here's the thing about Joe Staley, the coach for
Joe, I'm
the
smarter than
Chargers.
everyone, Staley, is that-
His ego has gotten in the way. What he went for it, 4th and 1 in his own 18. They lost their playoffs when he blew it against Kansas City.
Yeah, they came
3
on.
times inside the 10, never kicked a field
Whoa,
goal.
but how about the other day? I know, Mr. Analytics, you could call me with 1,000,000 times. Down 9, you go for 2 with 4 minutes.
wrong.
If you miss, you can't win.
You name any of those coaches we just mentioned, whether it's Belichick, Landry, Noel, even Carr, they all kick field goals in those
Absolutely.
situations all the way.
Hey,
you never come away without
no.
points down
No,
there.
I'm not. See, I'm not that way. I got the feel of the game. I go by the feel of the game.
Once in a while you do it.
and
Yeah.
When you're
The
down
3
9,
times?
when you're down 9,
with 4 minutes, not 4
Oh,
quarters.
well, there's a difference there.
I'm trying to figure out what the analytics says that if you don't get it, you lose. When I hear the word lose,
Yeah.
I throw analytics out. You got to go for one and hope you get. You got to.
Also, you can't tell me that the Chargers in that game against the Chiefs, they weren't demoralized. 3 times they came away
Especially right
from
at
the
the
red
half.
zone.
End of the half.
The end of the
At
half.
End of the half, you kick it.
You go into the halftime tie.
That's what I'm talking about.
You
You know
know
what?
in a tie
Hey,
game.
Parcells and Belichick both kind of conservative. They'll go for 4th down,
Yeah.
but don't kick that
Oh, no,
field goal.
Belichick's the most of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Staley just tired his record.
Yeah.
Belichick goes for it more than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because he feels that way. It's not because
No.
Right. But
Because
if he
there's-
doesn't, he kicks the field goal.
Right.
Hey, that gagging in Jacksonville, the Colts choking on a playoff bone. Favored by what in that game, George?
15 and a
points.
half and lost by
Losing
15.
to the Jags 2-14. Carson Wentz, he just didn't come up
He wasn't
for it
good that
when
day.
they needed it. And a 26-11 loss. You know, it comes out ahead. Philly, they get 2 number 1 picks in that trade from Wentz to the Colts.
You know what's interesting, Eddie, and our offensive line coach, they keep bragging about the Indianapolis offensive line.
Yeah.
It wasn't Wentz that lost that game.
No.
It was the offensive line.
Well, it was a combination, yeah.
No combination. They
Yeah.
couldn't run the ball.
I didn't think he played well, Albert.
No, but there's a reason why he didn't play
lost
well.
him.
There's a reason why he didn't play well.
That's true.
Now,
But
you understand?
still,
If you put
He
it
didn't
on,
have much time.
no, not
He didn't have
time wise.
much
No,
time.
not time wise.
right.
Indianapolis'
No, they didn't run the
offense
ball.
is not built on passing the ball at all.
No.
They want to run.
They had a
the
4th and
football.
1. They didn't make
They
a
could
4th
not
and
run
a
it.
Either way you look at
So
it.
you can put any quarterback in that day.
If you're an Indy fan,
Oh, no, it's amazing.
it's amazing.
It's the NFL
You know,
though. They all
it's
play.
the-
They play every game. George and I talk on the phone. The one sport that nobody's tanking
No.
is NFL. They play every.
and they still
game.
get the number 1 pick.
And that worked out that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
the Rams blow a 17-0 lead. Frisco owns them. Frisco has a physical style of
Six
play
straight.
that works against the Rams. They come up with a 27-24 win in overtime. So now we look at the playoffs. AFC, the buys Tennessee. O. Henry will return. And the NFC, it's Green Bay. So we have the Steelers at Kansas City on Sunday at 8:15. New England at Buffalo Saturday at 8:15, and the Raiders at Cincy. I'm really interested in the Raiders at Cincy.
So am I.
Very
You know,
much.
I guess Cincinnati's so high powered, and the Raiders are on a roll,
And they rushed the quarterback.
and they rush the quarterback. So that's
Hey,
interesting.
you know what I heard? The exact weather, the game in Buffalo that New England didn't pass, the exact weather Saturday night.
Look
That's
out.
the devil.
That's
the
the
devil
devil.
had one chance to beat
Right.
Buffalo. Let's
That's
get
it.
let's get 30-mile-an-hour wind again.
Yeah.
He'll do it again.
and run it again.
And the NFC, 49ers at Dallas. I really like the 49ers' physical style of play.
I'm a 49er guy. Buffalo 49er are my two teams, so I won't get off of those.
Eagles at Tampa Bay. The Eagles coming off a 51-26
I really like the Eagles in that game. I like the Eagles in that
pasting,
game.
and then the Cards at the Rams.
Boy, there's nobody like Arizona to figure
Visitor
out.
won
Yeah.
both, too.
Yeah.
And they
Arizona
were
wins on the
lousy,
road.
yeah.
Arizona
Yeah.
wins on the road. Yeah.
Hey, the NFL, not for long. Vic Fangio fired in Denver. Matt Nagy in Chicago. Mike Zimmer in the Minnesota. And this one surprised me. Brian Flores,
It's
24
wrong.
and 25.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. He's done a fantastic job. Why he didn't make the playoffs. He's built this team.
It's wrong.
And I hear the difference was he wanted to change a quarterback. The GM didn't. They had a
Exactly.
squabble over that.
Exactly.
Then they come up with this stupid stuff. He was too hard on a team. Give me a break. Too hard. They were one. They were 1-7. If he was so hard in the team, how did they win 7 games in a row?
It's
if he
wrong.
was so hard.
It's a wrong.
It's a wrong call.
No, that's all. It's all wrong, and he's a minority. It really quadruples my
Yeah.
thoughts and my mind. Right? If that's a white guy, I'm thinking, are they going to fire him?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he did wrong. Eddie, tell me what he did wrong.
He's a good coach.
No,
I
he's a
like
good
him.
coach.
He beats his old boss twice
beats
this year.
Belichick?
It's
Twice
the
in
most
a year.
amazing firing. It's
He'll-
the worst.
He'll either be back in New England as their defense coordinator again, or he'll be the. If I'm Jacksonville,
I'm jumping all over him.
I'm all over him.
So am
I can't
I.
wait to get him.
Instead of jumping on Bill O'Brien, now tell me what he does
Oh my
good.
God! Please
Okay, now
Jeez.
see you ruin my. Now what?
don't bring that.
Bill
Hey,
O'Brien.
college football championship for the first time in 17 years. Albert was right. He liked Georgia. I only gave Georgia a 25% chance to win. They win 33-18. Their first national championship since 1980 with Herschel Walker when they beat Notre Dame 17-10 in the Cotton Bowl. They snap a 7-game losing streak to Bama. They deny Saban his 8th national championship. How about Georgia's red zone defense?
Yeah, their defense overall is made up of pros. I mean, they got pros running all over the field defensively. That's why this won't be their last national championship. If he keeps recruiting like he is,
Yeah.
I mean, they got pros. But I do say this: I like Georgia a lot. I think Alabama wins that game if Mike Williams doesn't get hurt, because I don't think they had anybody to cover him.
True. Receivers,
You know,
yeah.
but that happens in football.
That's
You can't-
that's
you
a game.
can't- yeah.
You know
what?
Saban
the
even
four
said
field
that.
goals, I told it's like in baseball when you leave guys on early in the game, you know what's coming.
Well,
But all those field goals weren't in the red zone. You understand?
No.
They weren't all
The
down
one was
there.
inside
One
the
there-
10.
One there was.
The
but
tight end got caught from behind.
Yeah,
The
yes.
First and goal at the 6th.
And Bama only averaged like 2.7 yards a rush.
No, they didn't.
Their longest run for the first half was like 4 yards. Georgia, I felt Georgia could have run the ball even more. Zamir White, I think he could have rushed for 150, 200 yards. same thing. They run the ball and then they start passing. Here's the thing about Stetson Bennett. They got the monkey off his back. For 3 quarters, he wasn't very good. That fumble could have been his legacy there at Georgia. The monkey off the back of Kirby Smart after 0-4 against Saban. But here's the thing about Bennett. I think they asked him, you're a quarterback, to do things he shouldn't have been. He can't do. He's not a playmaker in the mold of Young. So
He's not Young, no.
No, I thought they asked him to do some things he couldn't do, like
It's just
rolling down and
Alabama's
trying
defense.
to throw on the run.
It's Alabama's defense. No, I mean, you
I agree
can't
with
do
some
much
of that.
against anybody. Those 2 defenses are just better than everybody else in the country. That's just simply Alabama's defense.
He made the
and
one
Georgia's
big play
defense.
in that pass. That was
They're-
a big
they're
play.
unbelievable.
That was perfect.
That
'cause
was
guy
huge.
that guy wasn't open.
Yeah.
He pulled the ball away from the
It
other
was
guy.
great. Hey, great for Georgia, great for college football. They have a new champ. Now, what would be nice if someone other than an
We
SEC
would hope that,
team
wouldn't we? We would hope that.
would come and win it in next
They're
year
both
too.
2 to
Of course,
1
you've
for
had
next year.
Ohio.
2 to 1.
Where's Ohio State?
Third.
They're loaded.
Third, 8-1.
So you've had Ohio State and Clemson, the only 2 teams outside of the SEC that won championships.
And you see yesterday they couldn't agree, no change on the TV contract till 26. This is the format for at least 4 more years. 4 teams.
Are they 4 teams? I'm happy with that.
All the
I
players,
don't want it enlarged.
All the players are down south. What can I say?
Yeah.
When you look at the signees, 35 out of the 43 players are in
And
the
you look,
south. So where are they going to go to
you-
school?
You know who's going into the South to recruit. You see,
They're trying.
Pitt gets in.
Pitt,
Notre
they're trying.
Dame
They
has
take
made
the,
an inroad
They take
into
the second.
South.
They take the 3.5 stars, and they're great players.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I mean, you look at a place like Notre Dame. It's cold and freezing, but they've made inroads into the South.
That's
and
what you have
gotten
to do.
running backs
They know they
out
have
of
to
there.
do it. You have to do
And
it.
even Penn State takes a look down there and recruiting.
Well, Pitt, like you said, Pitt on their
Pitt's
roster,
done a
they
very
have
good
some.
job.
Yes,
Very good job. Hey, high school sport news. Steve Campos steps down at Pine Ridge and football coach, citing the reason he's having a knee replacement. Your guys' thoughts on this?
It was that's a tough job coming into that rigmarole that went on.
Yeah, 4 of them are ace back. You know what's coming.
I'd be
there.
surprised if Kasparovich is not back. Don't you think so, Eddie?
I think I just know they had elected 4 new board members who want him back, and they need one more vote to bring him back. And interesting what's going on. There's no stability in the athletic department. They've had 4 ADs in the last 5 years.
So there's something wrong there.
There's something wrong there.
We don't know what it is. But
And these 4 people want to stabilize it.
one of the things that the great coaches who are honest will say, the administration has a lot to do with how successful people are. If they're all in and saying whatever, it's a lot easier. When your administration is always bad on you.
See, the problem
It's
is the
hard.
bow ties. The bow ties don't like it when everyone knows who the coach is and no one knows their name. It's that simple.
Now, a little birdie tells me Eric wants a job back. His son was a freshman or a quarterback
Makes sense, doesn't
coming
it?
up, and
It
he's
makes
had great
sense.
success
Yes.
there. And you know what? The fans and the players want him back.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if he's not back.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, taking a look at the PIAA classifications, how lopsided it is. We talk about WPAL will now only have 5 6A football teams. The eastern half of the state, 33 6A teams. This can't continue like this. Now, here's the
I
other.
don't know what the answer is, though, Eddie.
I don't need.
That's what I like to know.
I need
Usually
to
the
get. I need to
solution.
get Amy Schuneman on
Separated
here
north
again.
and south would be the only way.
Yeah, I don't know the solution.
Yet
maybe.
split it into some regions.
Yeah.
And the other thing is this: it's not only impacting
travel.
football. Coming up for the next 2 years, you're going to see at least 6 boys and girls basketball teams drop out of 6A coming up for the 22-23 season.
Yeah.
So 6A continues to shrink. 5A keeps growing. They're going to have close to 30 teams in 5A.
That's our biggest schools now. I mean, what I'm saying, like in the East, like you said, 33 of those big schools.
Yeah.
We either got 5 monster schools, but most of our bigger schools fit in 5A. Like the schools we grew up with, Eddie.
Yeah.
Are in 5A.
Well,
There are
and
the
5A.
2 huge ones are NA and then
Second Valley, yes.
Butler's half.
And
Right.
and I heard someone say, "Well, Norman and Hempfield, they're dropping to 5A. It'll be better for them." No, we'll not.
Well, they can't win there.
They
But,
Penn Hills?
Penn Hills Gateway.
Woodland Hills Gateway?
but it is better. Right?
Pine Ridge.
I mean, they can't win because they're not good enough.
No.
But you aren't beating North Allegheny, and you aren't beating Central
Central
Catholic.
Catholic.
No, so
And they're not
it's,
beating
it's,
Seneca
and the
Valley.
truth is better if they were really good. They're not good enough to play 5A or 6A.
No.
They're not.
Now, here's where the controversy is going to come. Amy Schuneman may sit down and she can do this. She could say, "Look, 5A, you're going to have fill in 6A schedule. We're going to schedule some of your
Aren't
games.
they going to have to?
They have
I
to.
think they have to.
Albert, right now, 6A only has 4
Unless they
games.
play each other twice, and we talked about that last time.
please.
6A right now only has 4 games.
Boy, I would cry.
They
if have to
can't
the
play
same team
twice.
I hate
How about
that
a
so bad.
basketball? 4 teams, 3 games each.
I know.
What is that?
Okay, and then you tell some teams, all right, now you're going to have to play on your schedule. You're going to have a game at Central. You're going to have
They're
to
not-
have
they're
a
gonna
game
say
at
no.
Mount Lebanon.
They're going to say no. That's what I'm saying.
But they're going to
It's not
schedule
right
it for them.
that.
They can't say no.
I know, but it's not right. That's what I said. That's
I understand.
That's the part that you brought that up. And what a great show this is.
And they don't
There's
care about
no solution.
And they don't care about
That's
6A.
the problem. There's no
And
solution.
if you ask, and I did talk to one 6A coach at one time, replaying all these teams all over again in the playoffs.
Oh,
but
they hate it.
They didn't like
Oh,
it.
they hate it. I hate
didn't
it.
like it at
Fans
all.
hate it. Coaches hate it. Players hate it. There's no answer when you only have 5 teams.
Yeah,
Jeez.
not only that.
25. Now think about that. Years ago, Butler had 800, and there were 20-some down there. Now there's 30-some, and there's only 5 left.
Yes.
And by the way, Butler, they are staying for 2 more years in District 10. That is the right move. But the point you bring up, I want to mention, like, say North Allegheny, they played in Week 7. They were at Mount Lebanon. They got beat. It's a playoffs. They go back to Mount Lebanon.
I know. It's a sick thing.
Yeah.
2 trips,
It's
two
a thing.
two away games within a matter of weeks.
Yeah,
at Mount
I
Lebanon.
hope you and Matt can get her on.
I'll get her on. I'll get her
That'd be
on.
a great interview.
She always comes
to
on.
find out, is there anything in mind? What can be? I don't know what. I don't even have a thought. What's going to be?
Okay, then, like he said, the PIAA has to see this. Here's the state looks like this.
I know it does.
It's so lopsided.
All the big schools are down there.
33
growth's down
6A
there.
teams. Do you include the
See,
lines?
the travel's too much. That's why I said the travel's too much. You just can't say we're going to.
But do you say some of those 6A? You say what state college in Altoona? Are they 6A?
Yeah.
You say you have to go to WPIL. PIA.
No, they're not going to do it.
And that's what I'm saying.
They left-
It's not.
They
It's
left
not
for a
probable.
reason.
Yes.
They're both played in the mid-pen.
But state college, they qualify every year for the playoffs, don't
Well, they
they?
have to beat each other.
Them in
Well, it's like
Altoona.
Butler just got to beat Erie. There's only 3 teams.
Yeah, and McDowell got out because of the traveling. It's a mess. I don't know the answer for it. Hey, in the National Hockey League, the Pens win streak stopped at 10 and a 3-2 loss to Dallas. They've been fantastic. They're 29-5.
Amazing.
Malkin getting ready to come back just at the right time. They're still in 4th place. With all this winning, they haven't budged out of 4th. They're 5 points behind Carolina.
Yeah, the same teams are winning every night. That's
Yeah.
why there's good teams in that league, and that side of it. I don't know. I've always been a big Malkin guy.
I am too.
I trade him.
I would.
I trade him now because it's proof that they can win without him.
Right.
And they can get really 3 really good young players for him. This is the time I jump on it. I always said no before. This is the time for me.
Hey, guys, just note in closing your passing, Jets' great wide receiver, Don Maynard,
Number
dead
13.
at 86, and college and football, Pro Football Hall of Famer Ross Browner, dead at 67.
Warren JFK.
Two national championships at Notre Dame, and I didn't know this his senior year. He won the Maxwell Trophy, the Outland Trophy, and the Lombardi Trophy, and was 5th in the Heisman.
Warren was reserve. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's it for us. We've run out of time. We'll see you next week.
Level up your internet. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong gives you unlimited data at our fastest speeds available. That means unlimited gaming, unlimited streaming, and unlimited downloading with no fear of overage charges, delivered on our super reliable fiber optic network. But that's not all. Zoom's enhanced Wi-Fi provides complete coverage throughout your home, to the devices that need it most, and it gets better each day. Take advantage of the best value in broadband. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.